Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the revision crash course of PM, and we are on day 3. In day 2, I have discussed about information and data and how do you control the performance of the organization through information and data. Now we are moving on to the next stage, that is the systems that are there in the organization known as information system and data analytics. So here we are going to cover performance information system, big data, and also the questions that you need to attempt from your revision kit. All the questions are important in revision kit, but some questions are more important than others. So this questions which will be suggested to you at the end of this video will be focusing on that area. For example, area on performance information system and big data. Okay. So in an organization, there are 3 different levels. Okay, information requirements in the 3 different levels are different. You must have covered this in your previous papers, so this is just a repetition of it. Okay, maybe in your management accounting or in your business and technology F1 or F3 paper, F2 paper, you must have covered this. So the highest level in an organization is the strategic level. That is the top level where strategic planning are done. Okay, the executives and all. So here informations are not very frequent, they are long term focused, and they focused on the output targets. And also the control systems are very ad hoc. It's not very what do I say? It's not pre-planned that this is the time we are going to report. Suddenly if they require any information, you have to prepare to them ad hoc. Okay, and it is basically focusing on external environment. And also informations are very imprecise, they are not very precise information like how we have for the other 2 levels, and very speculative because they tell based on this information that you receive at strategic level, you can predict future. Speculative, you can make speculation based on it, even though it might not be correct 100%, but somewhat it will help you 80 to 90%. Okay, and the decision making system that is used at this level is EIS. What is this EIS? We are going to cover a little bit later after we finish all these 3 separate levels. There are so many information management system that you have to cover in PM. Next is management control, the mid level. All the decisions are made here. All the things that are decided by the strategic level are implemented by management level. Okay, so here information are required to see whether you are making an efficient use of the resources. Okay, for example, the measures that they might want to know is the productivity level, what is the budget performance, how the labors are utilized, what is the capacity utilization, are we running short of it. Okay, so decision making system here is DSS. We are going to cover that. What is EIS, DSS a little bit later. And the third level, the lowest level, is operational control. Here informations are short term. Okay, to control your short term results, they are very detailed. Unlike strategic planning, see the contrast. In strategic planning, informations are very, they're not detailed, they're summarized information. But when you come to operational control, the lowest level informations are very detailed. And in terms of quantity, informations are very frequent, maybe on a daily basis also you need information. But strategic planning, they might require information once a month or twice a week, not like operational control. Operational control people require information daily. Okay, so they might want to check the quantity, they might want to check the rates today, they might want to check the times rather than finance. They're not so much focused on finance. For example, whether we have to finance through shares or loan, it's the job of the strategic planning, not operational control. And the decision making they use is TPS. So if you see the triangle also, you will see that the triangle is very wide towards the lower part. The operational control is wide. As you go up, it becomes narrow. Why? Because in the operational control, you will see so many people. Okay, so many people working. But as you move upwards towards the strategic planning, less people are there, but they have a wider control. They have a wider influence. They have a significant influence over the performance of the entire organization. Because ultimately they are the one who is going to set and change the strategy if required. But they need the information from the other two levels, that is management control and operational control, to make strategic decisions. And the information are same, only that some are summarized, at some level it is detailed, at some level uh, it is for medium term it differs, but information is same. Only the level that you show that is transparent from each level to another is different. Now we are going to go through the system. These systems will help you to make decisions. So they are known as decision based system. First one is management information system. The initials are MIS. You should know the initials as well as the full form. Sometimes they might just refer to MIS. They might not mention that it's management information system. What does MIS do? It converts internal and external data into useful information. And it can be communicated to managers at all levels. That means all the three levels can use this information to make decisions. Next one is EIS, Executive Information System. This is the one which is used at the strategic planning, the top level, not by every level. Okay, so this gives the senior executives only access to internal and external information. And often you see informations are summarized, it is user friendly, and it has an option that if you want to see the detail, you have a drill down option. There might be some arrow which shows that if you click there, you can see more detail. But usually summarized form. Third one, transaction processing system. This is the one which is used at the lowest level, that is the operational level, operational control, right? They use transaction processing system, TPS. Here, it's a routine business transaction. They process all the routine business transaction. It happens daily. You can also name it as DPS, data processing system, because this data is often in large volumes. For example, your sales and purchase information. Daily it's happening. Then we have ERPS, Enterprise Resource Planning System. This system integrates data from all the operations. It will take information from sales, stock, purchase, finance, customer, everywhere, and it will be recorded in under one system. And by the way, let me tell you, these systems are very expensive if it is to be done by the small business and medium-sized business. That's why very big businesses have this information systems, that is ERPS systems, because it's very expensive. Not everyone can afford it also. And unless you are a very big organization having multiple of functions, this system will not give you benefit also if you're having it for a small business. Okay. The reason we have it is because we want to control from one central area all the information. We want to know what is the stock today. We want to know what is happening in the sales department. We want to know what is in the purchase department. We want to know how our customers are doing. So everyone, different people are working in that same system only. So it helps the management to make decision. Looking at it, they can tell what is the stock level. Okay. So it's integrated. That gives a lots of advantages. Now, decision. The next one, CRM, Customer Relationship Management. Even this one is used by businesses who have huge amount of customers. If you have 5 6 customers, or let's say 30 40 customers, less than 100 customers, this system is not a good one, good investment, because it's very expensive. So this one is also to sustain your long term customer. Okay. So through this, you can track your customer, you can organize the contact of your customer, both current and prospective, in that system. Now we are moving on to big data. You must have heard this term. It's very famous, very well known. Okay, so even if you have not heard it before, it's fine. Big data. The word itself says it's a data, but it's very big. Very, very big. Okay. So because it's very, very big, when you collect all this data, it helps you to see the pattern or some kind of trend or some kind of relationships in it. It gives a huge advantage. Now every company is into this. All our social media, the information that we give them, whether through pictures, whether through videos, whether through text, whether through pictures that we post or something that we write or status update. What are they? They are information, they are data that companies are collecting. And once it is collected and sorted out, it can give a valuable insight. Through this, you can target your customer. Through this, you can market to lots of groups of customers you might have never thought about it. With social media and everything being online, collection of data becomes very easy. Okay, but but even though it has advantages, social media is there, everything is now online, easier to collect data, still is very difficult. There are reasons why. First reason, velocity. Velocity means speed. Okay, if you have done physics before, if you're a science student, okay, maybe you have studied physics in your 8th or 10th grade, and if you remember some kind of it, velocity is a term used for speed. Okay, I'm not going in detail in velocity, not needed, just know it is speed. Speed means you can see nowadays the speed of information that is changing. What is the relevant today might be irrelevant tomorrow. The change is happening with that much speed that every 2 years our phone is becoming old. It's obsolete, out of date. New systems are coming. Why? Speed. So that's so if you collect big data also, the by the time you sort it out, categorize and try to find a meaning out of it, it might have become outdated. Some other new information might have come into the market. So velocity is it's a characteristics of big data. Okay, that's why it's difficult to analyze big data. Second reason, volume. It has a huge volume. I'm not talking about 100,000, 10,000. It's millions or billions or quadrillions like that. Just check out how many accounts are there on Facebook and try to get information about each of the user on Facebook. It's a big task. It's a big data. Information that you have on your social media is a big data. Example of a big data. Third, variety. As I told you before, all the information does not come in one form. If it was in one form, there is nothing to sort. It's very easy. Just copy paste. But the reason is informations are not in one form. It comes in different variety. You might get information through pictures, through videos, through post, through text, through email, so many things. Next, veracity. Okay, what is the fourth term? So if you see each one of it starts with V. Okay, we can say is the four V's. Earlier it was three. Now they have added one more V to it. The fourth one. Earlier it was known as three V's. Now there is another one. So what does it mean? Accurate. Accurate. Your information has to be accurate data. So checking the accuracy of each data is also very difficult because everyone is writing, everyone is posting what as they want, whatever they want, whether they have the authority to write it or not. Especially when it's not facts, especially when it's an opinion or feelings that you are writing. It's very difficult to check the accuracy of it. So because of these four reasons, analyzing big data has become difficult. It does not mean it's impossible. You still have to analyze big data, but process becomes difficult. And the fifth, V value. Not all the information that you see gives you value. Some are valueless also. That is just wasting your time. For example, if you are in an automobile company, okay, you will be interested in the cars and all, right, getting information about all those. If you collect information from some unrelated sector, let's say hotel industry or some service industry, which is totally unrelated to your sector, collecting information about this is irrelevant. It's not going to give you any value. Even that data is also big. You are analyzing that data, but it's useless for you. Okay. So remember this 5 V's of big data if asked in the question. Now, big data analysis. So we analyze big data to identify patterns, some correlation, relationships, and some other insight. It's very valuable for the company because through this big data analysis only nowadays company know what is the next product that they have to make. What does the customer want? Where the market has a gap. Earlier, this was not that easy. It's very difficult because earlier it was the other way around. You make the product and you push it to your customer through marketing, advertising. You try to sell. Now, pattern changed. Now you make what customers want. And to know that, you have to get those data from all the relevant platform, analyze it, and then identify some sort of pattern. For example, my YouTube channel. Okay, the information that I'm collecting from you all is also kind of big data, even though information is not very big. Okay, but still it's a big data. It's an analysis that I'm doing. How? Because through various queries, through various polls, the answers of my polls, then on Facebook page, then on YouTube videos, the comments that I see on the other YouTube videos, especially for ACCA. Okay, I see where there's a gap, where students are struggling, what are the things that they require. And one thing that I've identified, okay, because I'm into ACC, I'm teaching ACC, I have been teaching it for 3 years. Okay, earlier it was a bit of difficult for me. When I first came onto YouTube to teach ACC, I started with AFM. It was very difficult for me. I didn't have enough information to know what is the subject the students want and how they want it to be delivered and what are the areas they are recovering. Now I have lots of information on my YouTube channel. My YouTube analytics does it for me. Okay, I just have to go and see there is a pattern. Okay, so I've identified the correlation, I've identified the pattern, I've identified some sort of relationship, and it gives me a valuable insight. So I came to realize that for AFM, okay, compared to other subjects, of course, for all the subjects, students are looking for a tutor, a good tutor, online tutor, because due to COVID, everything turned online. No one is looking for offline, and no one wants to pay such a heavy price, right? So everyone was looking for online. So I identified AFM was the one which students are often looking for because a teacher for AFM was lacking. But for other subjects, like for SBR, SBL, and other subjects, still students were able to somewhat do self-study. I mean, without a mentor also, they were somewhat able to catch up with it. But in AFM, they needed a tutor. It's like a must. They were not able to do self-study. Even if they did, they failed. That's what information that I've collected, directly and indirectly also. Some of you have directly told me, some I went to the other YouTube channels where they are giving ACCA lectures. I went down to the comments and I used to see people asking for AFM, AFM, AFM. And also my data analytics on YouTube also says the same thing. That as soon as I post a video on AFM, the views, the subscriber, the everything increases very drastically compared to when I upload other subjects, that is SBL, SBR, or AAA, or whatever, right? So what am I doing? I'm doing a big data analysis and it's helping me. It's helping me as well as it's helping you because you are getting what you want and I'm able to provide what you want. Why? Because of the data that I have with me. It was not possible for me to identify. Imagine to how many people I have to personally go and ask, okay, what is the subject you want? How do you want? Which area do you find difficult? Not only AFM. In AFM, I know which area students are often struggling. What are the area that is difficult? What is the easy area? Where they're scoring good marks? Where they're scoring less marks? What is the difficulties with other tutors that they find that I can improve? Okay. So these are examples of big data analysis. Now coming to the next, this is a you can say Hadoop. Hadoop is an open source programming framework. Okay, here you can process large data set by utilizing multiple servers and simultaneously it could be done. You don't have to know detail, just know that it's an open source programming. You can program in it to analyze large data set. Okay, now big data pyramid. So big data pyramid says on the next slide the pyramid will be given. A model representing structural and functional relationships between data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. There's a relationship. First, you start with data. From data to information, information to knowledge, and knowledge becomes wisdom. Okay, this is that pyramid. First, you start with data. Data are usually meaningless. They will not give you any information. But you still have to collect data. Your starting point is data only. Immediately, you cannot become wise. Immediately, you cannot go to information. First, it is data only. Any number, any picture, video, text, collect them. Start collecting, collecting, collecting. Then put a context. When a context is put into it, it becomes information. Okay. Then give a meaning to that information. It becomes a knowledge. Once you have that knowledge, you have an insight and it becomes a wisdom. You are very you have achieved the wisdom. That is the highest stage. That means you know what is working for you, what is not working for you. You don't have to do experiments every time. You have already done the experiment at the data stage. Because I've repeated it several times. So now you know what works, what does not work. Now I know what subject works well, what subject does not work well. Because I've been doing it for 3 years. And not only AFM, I've been offering multiple subjects. I'm starting with other subjects. I've just started with ATX and taxation also. Now, so when you're at the data stage, you know nothing. This is like me when I started back in 2020. August I started with AFM for September session 2020. 2020. I knew nothing. I only know I knew AFM. I was an affiliate, fresh affiliate. I just started with AFM, but I know my AFM subject, but I know nothing about the market. I know nothing about my students. I don't even know who wants it or whether there is any need for it. And I didn't know that there was such a shortage of good tutor for AFM also. That time, back 3 years back. That was the data. Now, information gives you know what. Through information, I know, okay, what is it? What is what? Then, third step, know how. With knowledge, I know how. Then the last step is know why. I exactly know the reason why this is happening. Now, if you come and tell me, ma'am, why am I failing tax? Why am I failing audit? Why am I failing AFM? I know why. Because I have the knowledge, I have the information, I have the data. Because to data that I've collected, context was there, it became information. Information, meaning was there, then it became knowledge. And knowledge gave me wisdom. So, there are one is known as information management focus, where your focus is on managing information. Here, you collect, you process, you disseminate, you store, and you display and protect that. Next is knowledge management. This is at a higher level. Here, you create, you organize, you apply, and you transfer. This is at the higher level. What the knowledge that you have got, you should be able to apply on yourself as well as transfer it to someone else. The one which I am doing is a knowledge management. Why? Because I have created my YouTube channel. On that I've created various subjects. Then I have organized it on a playlist. Then I've applied it on students. I was able to transfer it to you. First, I've applied it on myself, then I was able to transfer to you. So it's a knowledge management focus. Information management focus is working on information you collect, process, store, display, and protect. Next is the same data, information, knowledge, wisdom. Each pyramid, okay, each step as you move upwards, it adds value. Okay, and it answers questions also. So we'll start with the lowest level, that is data. Okay, data to knowledge. Data, information, knowledge is for the past. Okay, whatever data you have collected, whatever information you have got, and knowledge that you have gained is past information. Wisdom is for the future. Through this, now you're going to apply it in the future. It's going to help you in the future. That's why we do this big data analysis. Otherwise, what's the use? What's the use of hiring someone to analyze a big set of data and paying them? Because to help us in the future. So all this collection of data, we'll start with the data first. Collection of facts. For example, you are collecting a list of addresses. It's a data. Because we don't know what is that information, right? Addresses are just some facts that you have got from some survey or some sensor. Next is information. You put this facts into context. For example, a list of addresses of new competitor. If you just say list of addresses, it's a data. There is no meaning to it. But if you say list of addresses of new competitor that are registered in that same region as you, then it makes some sense. That means they are your competitor now. So collecting information about a competitor is good. It's an information now. So what does it answer? It answers questions like who are your competitors? Where are your competitors located? Questions like this. Third, knowledge. So some insight you gain from information that is provided. For example, if you have collected addresses about competitor, okay, now you will know whether your competition is growing or not in an area, whether that competition is growing or not. It's a knowledge. So this answers your question as why. For example, if you want to know why your sales are not increasing in a certain region, you will know through your addresses of competitor, that competitors are increasing in that area. It's a knowledge. Now you will know the answer why your business is suffering. So what will you do? You will try to make your business work, right? So next is wisdom, the last stage. So you will then adjust your business decisions, whether you have to acquire your competitor, or whether you have to launch a new product, or you have to go to a new market. You understanding? So now you are applying your knowledge to achieve some goals. That is wisdom. Now, there are some benefits and some risks of big data, which you should know. Benefits of data is it helps you to drive innovation. Okay. Next, improve customer service and decision making. Third, storage of transactional data in a digital format used to develop the next generation of products or services. So this is I can apply for my services also that I gave on YouTube. For example, I just started with the AFM lecture. Okay, I just thought I will not be able to survive also in that market, but I just started because I only know two things: that I'm an SSC affiliate. Okay, so I am an authority to teach. Second, so one is I'm very good at my subject. Second, I know that I'm good at teaching. So this two I've combined, but I didn't know after AFM lecture what's next. I didn't know that. Next, what is my next service going to be? What is my next video going to be about what? But because I've collected a big sort of information, YouTube has done it for me. I don't have to collect. YouTube does it for you. If you have a channel on YouTube, if any one of you have a channel on YouTube, you will be knowing it that all the comments, all the likes, all the dislike, all the views, all the subscribe, whatever is there, YouTube does an analytics on its own. They will tell you from what region most subscribers are from, or in which region your videos are viewed the most. Okay, at what time of the day. your videos are performed well. Not only that, if you have monetized your channel, how well your videos are performing. Okay, what is the growth in your revenue or decline in the revenue? All this YouTube analytics does it for you. You just have to go on your YouTube studio. Obviously, I don't have time to do that every day. I don't sit and do that for my all videos because I have over 500 plus videos on my YouTube channel, so I don't have time to sit and do all that. But there is an overview, overall analysis also. Overall, how my channel is, the performance of my channel. Like today, if I want to open and see where my channel stands in terms of the performance of my video, in terms of how my viewers are watching it, whether they are sharing it with someone else, whether my subscribers are increasing or not, right? I can see. I can see in one glance. But if I want to see individually how my videos are doing, that also I can do. Of course, I have to get some time out and do it. But yeah, that can be done very easily. So when I did, I it helped me to create next video. How? First, initially my plan was just AFM lecture. Maybe I will do it for every year. But then it kind of became boring for me also, and also it will not be value added to you also, because just one subject not enough. So I thought, why not add revision series to it also, revision crash course for AFM. So I started with that. I finished with lecture, then I thought, why not revision kit solutions? I did that also. Then I added revision crash course also. Then I thought, if it was successful for AFM, why not do it for other subject? Then second, I started with SBR. Then I did with SBL. Then I did with AAA. So likewise, I kept on adding my videos on different subject, right? Why? Because I have big data. So it's a benefit, no? Big data has given me benefit as well as you, because you are getting multiple subjects on my channel now under one platform, rather than going to several videos or several different channels or search for a tutor. It's very difficult to search a good tutor for ACs. Trust me, I know this, and so do you. That's why you are on my channel watching this video right now, right? You must have got me somewhere. So that's the thing. So next video also, what I have to make, I know now. It helps me. I know through the comments that they're looking for this. Okay, so I'll start making it. If they say, okay, ma'am, we want a video on FR, the next moment I'll start creating it. So it's not me who is deciding. In fact, it's you who is deciding what video I should make. So your request is what is my concern. Okay. Then access to external information. External information also you can access. Then can create new revenue streams. Yes. It's a source of competitive advantage. Yes. The more big data you have, if you have analyzed it very well, it gives you a big source of competitive advantage and ensures measurable outcomes. You can measure also. Risk is skills to use systems may not exist. You need some third to use that system. It's not easy. That's why we have all this data analysis, data scientists, data. So many, you see, new profession has been built up due to this big data. But their job is to sit behind the PC and work, collect all data, sort out all data in a form required. It's a very difficult job. It's a very boring, tedious task. Sitting all hours behind the screen and just working with the data. You're not interacting with anyone, right? And it's a skill that not many have mastered yet. But if you, unless you are a data scientist or a data programmer or a data analytics, because your job is to analyze data. And by the way, let me tell you, in Europe and all, if you're planning to go there and settle, you are heavily paid for data analysis, data scientist, this kind of role, because they need companies, everyone needs people with this kind of skills. So if you are one of them, you are at a very good what do I say, good stage of earning a high income. Okay. Security of data, there's all the data are online, but what about the security? Earlier it was very difficult to hack information because everything was on paper based, it was on the locker. Now everything is online. You don't know who is controlling our information. You don't know who is viewing your information. Maybe information might get in the hands of the competitors also. Valuable time may be spent measuring relationships only. For example, you're just collecting information, you're just seeing the relationship only, but it's not giving you any organizational value. For example, if I have to sit whole day and see for per video how my videos are performing in terms of revenue, in terms of subscriber, in terms of viewers, I will not be able to create more videos on my channel, right? Every day I cannot sit and do that. Okay, maybe once a month I take some time out and I do see, because then only I know where I have to improve. What are the things I should do? What are the things I should not do? Where I should focus? Where I should not focus? Okay. Incorrect data may result in incorrect conclusion. Yes, if you have incorrect data, very possible. Data might be incorrect because you don't know when you're collecting information. How do you know data is correct or not? Good. So because of that, you come to incorrect conclusions. No, you might give incorrect product or incorrect service, assuming that there was a demand for that product based on some incorrect data. It's a risk. Technical difficulties integrating system. Remember, to analyze this big data, there are some softwares, some systems are there. So to integrate them, it's difficult. There are some technical difficulties there because every organization will have different system. So let's say you are fired from one job and now you're looking for another job. You got another job also, but systems that you have learned in another company will be different to what you have to learn. So if you are changing from job to job, it's very difficult. You have to again relearn the new system. Okay. Then cost of establishing hardware and software. You need a hardware, you need a software. Then that's it. We have come to the end. So now questions to attempt from your revision kit. We are not saying about section A because section A is of the whole syllabus. That is your objective test questions. Okay, 4 responses will be given to you. You have to select the right one. One or two answers, or select one, or tick one, or put it in the correct box like that. But we are focused on questions from section B and section C of your exam. That is objective case questions and constructed response questions. So from your section B question from your revision kit that you have to attempt is silver safe, and nothing from your constructed response questions has been given here. So only one question. There is, sorry, I'm sorry. From your constructed response, B5, B5 CAS, EIS, that is your enterprise information system, and MG organization. So those 3 questions. So make sure that you attempt it. And thank you for watching, and I shall see you in day 4 of the PM 15-day revision crash course. Best of luck, and don't forget to practice enough of questions as soon as you watch my lecture. Your job is to go to the revision kit and start doing questions from the area that you have covered. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you get lots of this kind of videos. Thank you and take care.